In the previous video, we discussed a video game, or a conspiracy, or an opportunity for knowledge, or whatever it is. And I showed you throughout a particular video game that I happened to stumble across the different pieces of information related to the ultimate part, which I'm going to get back to in just a moment. I talked about the fact that they were showing lasers being projected through crystals, opening gates into other areas or realms, and the use of hexadrones in the video as well. Meaning this is related to sacred geometry, and I found what they were showing to be very interesting, and the symbolism that is involved is very interesting. It all ties to an area of subject of study that I happen to be studying, and if you've been a subscriber to my channel, you know this, and trying to understand what it is behind this, the truth behind it. I didn't happen to notice that. You notice the laser when it hit here, it lit up this thing here, and it has like letters or Roman numerals, one or the other. Didn't notice that before. There, see it going around, completing a circle, and then it lights up, and then the gate opens. Very interesting. I'll hit play here for a second so you can see the actual movement through some of it, and then I'm going to post this video somewhere in its entirety so that you'll be able to see it in its entirety, but I can't put it on YouTube because it was blocked worldwide. Okay, now I'm going to move us forward here again. The ultimate goal here is to gain access to a particular room. I don't know if it's the ultimate goal of the game, but the ultimate goal of this video was to gain access to a secret room that you had to go through basically a portal to get there. And they're using these lasers to work themselves through an area to get a couple of tools that they need, which is this box, this hexadrone, and a fan. And I'm trying to determine exactly how the fan is related, because the fan has blades, it turns, creating the flickering light. I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely involved somehow, because they keep showing, like they show this here, the fan, and then they show the diagram of the fan. Which are they referring to? A torus? Or what are they referring to there? Maybe you have some ideas. You can put it in the comments. But ultimately, they're working their way to a spot. As you can see, it's working our way forward here. I'll play this. You'll see what he's looking for here in just a second. It's another fan. It's you might say, a higher powered fan. And yeah, stronger fan. So he's going to run back and get his other fan, and then he's going to come back. So he's running back to it, and then he's going to get up here, and he's going to jump over the top of the other fan, and it's going to send him to the other building and down through a portal. Here we go. So he went down through that glowing portal into a cave. As you can see there, I superimposed light source, prism, our eyes, color spectrum, the visible color spectrum for the human eye. And then as the video goes on here, there is a little tour, but there is a purpose to this. All this imagery that you see here is extremely purposeful. There's nothing by mistake. This is just like if somebody drew a drawing. Every line and everything you see is purposeful. So I think I understand part of what the message is here, but I would love to hear your guys' comments about the rest. But some of the imagery, of course, is this here. These long, look like maybe church windows. They are 6, 7, 8 long, or 9 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically 9 long, which makes sense, by 3 wide. I say it makes sense. It does to me anyways. By 3 wide, so 3 times 9. Okay. So, what is it? 3 by 9. What is it they're meaning by that? What is this glowing here? Is this supposed to be a lens flare in a video game? You see a few other ones there. And he's jumping up and down. See if I can see it. Okay. A couple other little light sources here. And what looks like almost a triangle. It's looking like looking into this crystal prism here, this triangle, you are seeing another location. Because right now you're inside of a cave, so you're not looking, this is not a reflection. You are seeing another dimension. This is like a portal, or either you are seeing what the message is all about. Let's move forward a little bit and I'll share what I think with you. Okay, there are those lit windows. Windows is an interesting word. You can notice the rainbow that is coming from a single source of light, maybe like the sun or a laser. Okay. White light, which then hits the glass wall, or the crystal wall, or the crystal cathedral, or the crystal dome. And when it hits that crystal dome, it then splits the light into a light spectrum that our eyes are able to see. And it's interesting that they have it shining on the ground out in front of the crystal cathedral or crystal dome. See how you're seeing almost like another world or another location inside of the dome or the pyramid. Is there a pyramid dome above the earth? Is it crystal or similar to crystal? They give you a long pause here. This is actually playing. I'm going to move it forward. Move it forward quite a while. It paused right there quite a bit. Of course, giving you purposeful time to think and the connect dots that we've been shown. Remember, this image was on Pink Floyd's album cover. Okay. Move on forward just a little bit more. I say one more hint. And in here, he points out there's nothing else in the room but a random rock, which you're going to see in a second. It's a clump of matter. Okay? Not necessarily, don't look at it like a rock. Look at it like a clump of matter. Or look at it like a nucleus inside of a cell. Or a proton inside of a cell. Inside of a cell you have, or an atom rather, you have a nucleus, you have protons, electrons, and they're all moving around the nucleus. Like in our solar system, we have our sun and all the electrons and protons we call planets moving around the sun, spinning around it in circles in a specific pattern at a specific frequency. Everything's exact. This is all controlled and exact. And what my wonder is, and I'm going to move it forward here so you can see the random rock, as he's going to show you here in a second. But I want you to check this out for a second. You have a landscape, basically. And then you have a random rock. But you get to see it right there. It's not very bright, but it is a generally, for lack of better description and being able to see it, it is generally a round spherical rock, or, and I really can't confirm the exact shape, but you're seeing what I'm seeing. Now what I'm wondering, I mean, the rock being in the room, you have to design that rock into the room when you're building the game. There's a purpose there. And I wonder what would happen in the game if you took this rock and attempted to move it, and move it into the light spectrum. Okay? What would happen if you moved it there? And what's really interesting is how this relates to our reality. I'm starting to wonder if our reality isn't projected. I said wonder. Okay? I'm theorizing that our reality is projected onto Earth via the sun shining through a crystal dome. We referred to it before as glass, or some people have referred to it as a glass dome. Maybe this is a hard dome, a hard crystal. Maybe it is a free-flowing hard dome or hard crystal. Because we know when light is projected through it, you get the full light spectrum. So when the sun would shine through that crystal dome, on the surface of what is below that dome would be projected a full range of colors. And within that full range of color, the projection of that, I wonder if life itself is not just projected, and that our existence only exists because of the projection, the perception of what we think is real